I thought the bitch was white! Damn it! I thought the bitch was white!
This is why we can't have nice things. There were days when pushing the envelope of what is acceptable to print in the journals of American culture was debatable and acceptable. Nowadays, in the minefields of PC Twitter culture, it's become just plain career suicide. As the pendulum of social media opinion swings, determining what the sick culture of the executives running the Hollywood machine govern is acceptable and unacceptable. Paul Joseph Watson asks, I'm for offensive humor, but why are they all obsessed with pedo jokes? Well, it appears, unconsciously or consciously, the left is swinging for the fences, jabbing with Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals rule number 4, make the enemy live up to its own book of rules, with a past mired in pedo culture shock humor, and counterpunching in the present with supportive tweets employing Alinsky's rule number 5. Ridicule is man's most potent weapon. While the celebrities of the far left's debased careers have remained relatively intact, the right faces the PC guillotine for the slightest infraction, whether it's a misunderstanding or not. But the tables are slowly turning. Just when you thought the Bryan Singer, Victor Salva, James Gunn rabbit hole had gone deep enough and was largely ignored, as, for example, convicted child molester Victor Salva continues to have no problem distributing his Jeepers Creepers series, a disturbing comedy video from 2009 lampooning infant rape has surfaced from comedian Dan Harmon, the creator of NBC's Community and co-creator of the Cartoon Network's The Rick and Morty Show, as posted on Devin Stack's YouTube channel, Blackpilled or Blackpill.com.
Dan Harmon, who thought child rape was so hilarious that in 2009 he made an internet skit about raping babies. Now, I'm going to have to censor some of this just to even play it here on YouTube, but it is so graphic, you have to just see it to believe it.
All right, it's bedtime.
Thank you for being such a good patient.
Sleep tight, okay?
For taking all the sleeping pills I prescribed to you. So that later tonight, when I'm crawling in your window, I can count on you to sleep like a baby. Well, I do everything but sleep with yours.
So I guess now the big question is Adult Swim gonna fire? Is Cartoon Network going to cancel Rick and Morty? Cartoon Network that's owned by Turner Broadcasting Systems. You know, the same company that owns CNN, which is probably why CNN will not report on this at all.
One of Harmon's Twitter supporters whines, Dan Harmon just deleted his Twitter because the same people who went after @James Gunn are blowing up one of his old BS pilots. This whole thing is escalating and it's horrifying. And a chorus of left cheerleading comedians contribute to a defense of pedophile humor as Sarah Silverman writes, hey, is it considered molestation if the child makes the first move? And Patton Oswalt writes, well, you can read that one for yourself. I'm not saying Dan Harmon or James Gunn have committed any real offense here, other than being insanely unfunny, but the left can't have their filth and eat it too. If they are, by their own Orwellian principles, punishing the careers of Roseanne and Papa John for questionable racism, for example, then those same principles should certainly apply to humor involving infant rape. Orwell doesn't apply to the First Amendment, and it never will.
This is the enemy we can see, but worse than he is the enemy within, the enemy of the people, Emmanuel Goldstein, traitor to the party, arch conspirator, leader of the accursed brotherhood, director of spies and saboteurs. This is he. For Goldstein, we can feel only one thing. Hate for Goldstein because he would stab us in the back.
But it makes you wonder, how long before the left has rendered comedy itself a crime? John Bound reporting.